This is Supercar Blondie, and this is the world's biggest mask. Alright, it was just for a little bit of fun. This is my new Rolls-Royce Wraith Black Badge. Take you around this car and just tell you a little bit about what I love most about it and what it actually is. So this is a Wraith Black Badge. Black Badge Edition has more power. It also is sportier to drive and it looks sportier. Why? Because I've changed a few details, like this for example. If you see a black Spirit of Ecstasy, it means that it's a Black Badge Edition. Here you've got blacked out features as well. You've got some blacked out features on the back. The badge is also black with silver, and you've got 22-inch rims. This is the key, Rolls-Royce badge here on the front. And then here, you've actually got the open button. This is for open. You open it up, and the beautiful Spirit of Ecstasy comes out to welcome you to the car. And then, come around here. This is obviously a really cool feature, how the doors open backwards. I actually find it really easy to get in and out of the car this way. Honestly, I don't know why more cars don't have it hinged this way, because there's just so much space for you to just slide in. Another cool thing, there's an umbrella hidden here in the door. And you push this button here and voila, you have got yourself a Rolls-Royce branded umbrella. This is, of course, made in England, so they thought about the weather. And it's raining a lot in England, not so much in Dubai, so I've never had a use for this. And I probably will never have a use for this here. So that's just going to be popped back in here. It's going to be in pristine condition. Now, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I like to drive with my shoes off. Just keep that between us. And especially so in the Rolls, because look at what you can put your feet on here. This is like a plush lamb's wool carpet. I don't know if you can see how thick this is. Look at this. There is no better feeling than to look up, see the stars, and have your feet, your toes just like kind of rummage around in this soft lamb's wool. I mean, it's honestly, they've just thought of so many different things. Another thing I like, and this might seem like such a small thing, you guys, but not many cars have this, and they should. It has a key holder. It's right here. You just slot that in like this. Boom, you know where your key is. It's not going to get lost. In a lot of other cars, you kind of like, when I get out, I'm like, oh god damn, where did I put the key? And it's like either here somewhere or it's fallen on the floor. So that's a nice feature. And then I'm going to turn on the car so you can see another couple of things. Here's the start stop button. The nice thing here in the center is you can have this closed off, or by pushing this button here, it opens up. And that's the infotainment screen. And you might be able to see some similarities to your infotainment screen in your BMW if you have one. Same infotainment screen, because they are owned by the same group. We cannot forget this button right here. I love buttons, you guys know that. This door close button for the driver. You just push this, because look how far out the door goes, and otherwise you have to fully lean out and pull this in. And the door closes on its own with that button, which is super cool. And then you've got another door button here, which means you can actually close the passenger side door from the driver's seat, which is also really cool. You've got the boot button here as well. So you just like, you actually never need to leave the driver's seat. That's it. Open the boot from here, little boot button. Love it. And here also in the door, you have got lights down here that come on. When I try and take something out of here, see my sunnies, getting them, it lights up this compartment by gesture control. That's kind of cool. So the thing with this Rolls is, because it's sporty and it's only got 2 doors, this is how you get into the back. Just pull this forward, and now you've got room to kind of climb in here. But it's not like the ultimate Rolls-Royce feeling getting into the back of this car. You just kind of got to maneuver yourself a little bit. Yeah, it's not like the ultimate Rolls-Royce experience, but what I like from the back seat is you can see the entire starlight roof. And actually, I do have a good amount of room. Like, look at this. It's not like, it's very comfortable here in the back. It really is. I'm not squished at all. It's only the getting into the back seats that isn't like the ultimate Rolls-Royce experience. But back here, I'm actually very comfortable. You've even got armrests in the back seats, which makes a massive difference, you guys, for comfort. It's all of these tiny little things that you only really realize once you're like driving around in this car for a little while. Just to be able to put your arm on the seat here is awesome. You've got your own temperature gauges here in the back, so you can control that yourself. All right, and why does it have two? This is actually for what's coming at you here, the top, and then this is for the bottom airflow, so what's coming at your feet. That's why you've got those toggles. Here, you've got the starlight roof reflected in this carbon fiber element. If you just push that back, you've got some drinks holders, and you can plug in your USB cable here, etc. Then here you have got your infinity symbol to show you that it's a black badge edition. It'd be nice if there was a fridge with champagne cooling. It doesn't have that in this one, but it does have another cool feature here, little mirrors. So before you get out of the car, you can check your makeup or whatever else you want to check here in this mirror. And also, what makes the car even sportier is, look, you can roll down these back windows with this button, and this whole area is completely open. So there is no center bar here dividing this area from the front to the back of the car. It's all open. Isn't that beautiful? That's gorgeous. Oh, actually, do you know what? I've changed my mind. I want to be chauffeured. It's so nice here in the back. Rolls-Royce is like getting younger and younger in demographic, partly because they've brought out these black badge editions like the sporty Rolls-Royce. The people were getting Rolls-Royces back in the day, and they were actually doing their own like sporty versions of them, and Rolls-Royce wasn't like too keen on them. And so they were like, right, if the younger crowd wants a Rolls, we're going to do it in the Rolls-Royce way. We're actually going to black it out and make it look badass. So that's kind of what they've done. And the age has like come down by an average of 10 years in the last 10 years. So yeah, it's a young person's car now. All right, let's talk about the engine. I'm actually going to show you. Let's show you. There's a little latch here that you pull, just here on the left side. Pull that, and here she is. So this is a 6.6 litre twin turbo V12 powering this baby. It is a massive car, you guys. It weighs almost 2.5 tons. It needs a lot of power to be able to get around quickly. So it has 632 horsepower. That's a little bit more horsepower with the Black Badge Edition than the standard Wraith. What happens if someone tries to steal your Spirit of Ecstasy? So if you just kind of try and grab at it, right? Just grab. Boom, it disappears. It's like, you can't have it. Go buy your own Rolls Royce. So if you keep this pressed down, the boot will open. There we go. And I've got a beautiful Rolls Royce cover. That was a must, had to have that. It's quite a massive boot. Just ignore the random stuff I've got in here. Like, who doesn't want a coat hanger, right? Never know when that'll come in handy, you know, when you need to steal a car. Now that I've like sung its praises for the last 10 minutes, I'm going to talk about the things that I don't like as much about this car now that I've been driving it for a good 2 weeks. There are a few things that I'm like, oh, I wish they had that, or I wish it did that. I'm going to start with this. While you can close this door with a button, what I would absolutely love is if you walked up to it with the key and you had a button on the key to open the door for you. I don't really like having to just open it. Is that bad? It just, because it's a heavy door. It's a really heavy door. So I would just love it if it just went, and I was like, why, thank you. And you get in, okay? So I'm being very specific here, okay? Very specific. What you do have is a boot open key. So this one here, if you keep this pressed, the boot will open. So they've thought about that. They've thought about opening the boot from the key, but not the doors. That would be nice. Let's close it back up. Just hold it down. Oh, look, a little chimney. Woohoo! My brother's got one, he loves it. They're like sold out everywhere. They're crazy popular, those cars. The other thing is this beautiful starlight roof is kind of wasted in my opinion, because as the driver, you can't see it. So it would be amazing if they extended the starlight roof down these panels, for example, or here along the front. Because this is a driver's car, you don't get to enjoy this as much. Another thing is you've got to be really careful when you drive into corners. There have been multiple times where I have had to slam on the brakes at the last second, because what happens is just as you're about to turn the car, you feel the whole weight of the car catching up as you're slowing down, and you're like, oh shit, it's actually not going to be able to take this corner as fast as I thought. So you really have to put that brake on really carefully and not drive this car like a supercar. It would be great if they, I don't know, had super crazy amazing brakes to be able to handle that kind of weight being pushed forward suddenly, or just make the car a little bit lighter. The last thing is, it's like a double-edged sword here. It's good and a bad. The engine is so quiet, which I love, because you get to enjoy, you know, this kind of cone of silence. But there have been a couple of times when I've left the car and I'm like, it's not locking, this car isn't locking, and it's because the engine isn't off, but you can't even hear that it's not off. So the engine is so quiet that in some environments you literally don't know if the car is on or off. So it would be cool if they had like a, I don't know, maybe even from the outside, like a little light showing you that the engine is still on. That sounds stupid, but honestly, you can only know what I'm talking about when you drive this baby. As the wheel turns, they're weighted in the middle, so it just continuously shows RR upright. Thought of everything. This being the sportiest Rolls Royce, through the infotainment screen, you can go to stability control, and then look, GSC off. All right, let's go. Welcome to the Dome of Silence. It's like the complete opposite feeling for being in like a Lamborghini or a McLaren or a Ferrari. You literally can't hear the cars go by you. And you might think, well, that's no fun. Actually, it is such a beautiful experience that while I appreciate driving a super low sports car, supercar, when you drive those cars, you always have to be on super high alert. You know, you're more of an assertive driver, you're going faster, you're always looking around you, just being ultra careful when you're in those cars. Like it's just an adrenaline rush the entire time you drive like a Lamborghini. This car, it's like as soon as you get in, you like breathe freer, you're so relaxed, and it's just such a peaceful, pleasant drive. And because I get to drive a lot of supercars, this is actually just such a nice break from that feeling. I just get to totally relax, and all my anger goes out the window. One thing, guys, this is really important. See this low button here? What that does is make it even sportier. So you press this in, now it's in low mode. And basically what that means is it's gonna stick to lower gears and go into higher revs before it changes gear. So it just means, you get a little bit more go, a little bit more instant oomph. And that, the official name for instant oomph is torque. Okay, if you really want to just take off, you press that low button and you've got actually quite a sporty car. And as you drive, you can lower the spirit of ecstasy or put it up if you want to. And there's actually a quick button for that. you just press number 8 here. It's like a hotkey, and it goes into Spirit of Ecstasy, raise or lower. So I'm just going to lower it as we drive. Boom, it's gone. Now no one can tell you're driving a Rolls Royce. You're practically invisible. And then you go to raise. Boom, look at me, I'm driving a Rolls. I'm so fancy. That's how it works. Oh, I reckon this baby could even drift. Maybe I'll have to take it on the track and see how it goes. Alright, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed. Give the video a quick thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Massive, massive shout out to my Supercar Blondie family. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll catch you on the next video. Love you. Alright, I'm out. See you later. Bye guys.